postseason, so they're looking forward to an opportunity this year. Earlier, head coach Tom Guse joined me by Zoom to discuss his Crusaders.
Tom, your team's been having another terrific season, 32 consecutive now Big Northern Conference wins, going back a few years, another Big Northern Conference championship. All this despite the fact you graduated some tremendous talent from last season. You lost another tremendous talent to transfer, and yet here your guys are right back at it again, having success. How gratifying has it been to watch this season unfold and watch your young guys do what they've been doing?
It's been very gratifying. The kids, I think it just speaks from the tradition we've had, and those seniors from last year left a legacy and showed this group on what it means to be a great teammate and the type of work ethic you need to be successful. And the groups before them passed that on to them. So, it's been very gratifying. We didn't get off to a great start this year. But the kids, they're winners, and they didn't know nobody was pointing fingers. We just kept going, and here we are. We're able to win another conference championship.
And it helps when you have a point guard who's an All-Stater and Walter Hill Jr. All-Stater last year, should be again this year, in my opinion. And the thing that really impresses me about Walter is his confidence. I mean, he looks like he is always ready for every challenge, no matter who the opponent is. He's always ready to go, right? To give me a feel for his confidence level and the way he's improved his game this year.
Walt's a special talent. He's a great teammate. He works tremendously hard. I think he would tell you too. You look at we had a point guard by the name of Eric Nystrom a few years ago, and he taught Zach Darris on how to be a point guard. And then Zach pushed that on to Walt last year, and Walt ends up being an All-Stater last year. I think a lot of it has to do with the success of the guys before, but Walt's confidence is, he just seems like he's getting better every day. He works real hard. He's a great teammate, and we're lucky to have him on our side. And I agree. I think he'll be an All-Stater again this season.
And then the thing that makes you guys so good is your depth. I mean, even if Hill has an off night, you got Blake Brogy, Donovan Sales, Jackson Souls, Montez Dent, Garrett Bertrand. I know when teams game plan for you, they probably start with Hill, but I don't know how you begin to try to stop all those guys. What a luxury to have that kind of balance and that kind of depth.
Yeah, I think, we've had multiple games with 4 or 5 guys in double figures on any given night. I think we have 4 guys averaging double figures and 3 more guys real close to that. And that becomes very difficult to defend. If you want to try to take Walt away, like I'm sure that's like the number one thing on the board. Yeah, we have plenty of guys that can pick up the slack and score if he's having an off night. And that's what makes us pretty good, is the fact that we have a good team and they play as a team.
A little over a week from now, your guys are going to be competing in the Marengo Sectional, Subsectional B. For the viewers watching, some of the teams in there are some you're familiar with, North Boone, Radford Christian, Marengo. Then there are others, Aurora Christian, Aurora Central Catholic, St. Ed's, Wheaton Academy. But as you just kind of step back and look at the big picture of all the teams in those 2 Marengo Subsectionals, what are your thoughts? What goes through your mind when you look at that field?
You look at the field and one game at a time. I think you can get caught up into, well, this team has this and this team can do that. All you can do is take care of the opponent that you're across from that night and get prepared for them. Our kids are very, very focused and they have really high goals, but you don't accomplish those by getting ahead of yourself. You got to get better in practice from one day to the next, and then one game at a time, and don't get ahead of yourself and don't take anybody for granted. That's why they call it March Madness. And
you're in Class 2A. I should let the viewers be aware of that. And one last thing here. You found an old photo in a yearbook, I believe, of 2 young guys. I'm not 100% sure who they are, but the guy on the right, he looks like you, and the guy on the left may be me. So this is like 30 years ago, right, Tom? Where'd you find this photo at, huh?
We were up at school, and they had a bunch of yearbooks out, and that was my senior year yearbook, and I just flopped it open. I hadn't looked at it in years, and then, oh, look at that! And then, sure enough, it's you. 30 years ago,
after a really big game, right? That was a big game, right?
Yeah, that was the Winnebago Lutheran game at Stillman for the regional championship, where everybody
91.
was slipping and sliding and pure craziness. But I ran across that picture and said, I had to send it to you because I know you get a kick out of it.
What was I asking you? Do you have any idea what my question was?
Why did Coach Coe not get you the ball?
that might have been it. I think Marty knew what he was doing coaching you
Absolutely.
guys. But I think we were setting up this interview and saying, hey, 31 years from now, let's get together for a Zoom and talk about you coaching the Crusaders. I think that's what we were talking about then.
If we'd only knew.
I'm just honored that I made it in the Lutheran Yearbook, you know. We haven't changed that much, really, have we, David?
Not too much, not too much. Just a little bit.